All right, guys, I want to get you your update video on this good girl, Ella. Um, First off, what I want to say about Ella is, the beginning here has been all about building the relationship with her, making sure that she and I have a good buddies. Hey, over here, baby. And I think we're off to a great start. Ella really has a delightful temperament, as you know. But sometimes some dogs don't transition well. She has transitioned extremely well. So I'm very happy with her. Hey, stay out of there. There's no snacks. No, there's no snacks. She's over here looking for a snack over by the sink. Um, Here, Ella, here. Hey, here. Sit. So what we've been working on is nothing new. Um, I shouldn't say that. We've been starting with the things that she already knows, and we're adding little pieces at a time. You obviously did a great job getting her a good foundation of obedience. I would consider her force fetch to be pretty darn good. And I'll show you what we've been working on, and I'll show you the next step of what she needs some work with. So what I use to help her understand the starting and ending point is I use our little placemat over here. Here, heel, sit. And of course, we just start off with simple fetch with our force fetch stick. And usually I don't even pinch, but I'm just touching the ear and to give the command, fetch. Good. We'll walk with it. Heel. Come on, heel. Good girl. Here, heel, sit. And of course, Ella knows this. Give, and that's easy stuff. So we'll give her a little toss. Ella, fetch. Now, one of the things I'm tweaking on is this is pretty close to what we call a cigar hold, and I don't want her to do that. I'm going to pinch very lightly on the ear and put the stick in the middle of her mouth, helping her to understand. I want her to grab that middle, so very light pressure to correct. Nope. And we're going to just gradually shape this hold. Good. Very good. So little minor tweak to help her understand to grab in the middle. This will become much more important once we transition to birds because we need her to grab that breast. We need her to grab in the middle of the object. And we have some other objects that will help, but we're going to start with it here with the force fetch stick. Give. Good girl. So then, once we have her fetching the fetch stick pretty well, then what we're going to do is we move up to the bumper here, just a regular plastic bumper. Here, Ella, here, heel, sit, and we do the exact same thing. So we're going to put, no, we're not going to down right now. Sit. All right, so we're going to fetch right here in front of her with a new object. Good. Good fetch. And again, we want her to hold in the middle, have balance. Good girl. Good. We're going to walk with it. Heel. Good. Here. Heel. Sit. Good dog. Give. Now, many dogs struggle with that transition for motion, so I like to make sure that we get into motion as quickly as we can. Obviously, you've done quite a bit with that. Ella. Good girl. Here. Heel. Sit. Good. And again, I'm just going to slightly reshape that to get it more centered. Good girl. Yeah. Very good. Give. Now, she's been doing fine with that. The step where she has been struggling is we've been making the transition to birds. Now, what I'm using here is a dead pigeon. So it is an actual bird, but it's frozen, so it's hard. Ella has been very excited about the bird. As you can tell, the excitement level goes up. She's like, "I'll lay down. I'll be a good girl." So she knows she's supposed to do something for this. So it's really adorable to work with her. But what we saw right away when I started doing this, the first couple of times we played with birds, she really wanted to tear it up and wanted to be pretty hard with it. So that is just a case of inexperience. And so what we do is we make sure that we start with frozen birds so that she doesn't ever get the tendency to destroy squishy birds, because then we can lead into some flavor issues, and then we've got real problems. We don't want to go down that road because that leads to bird chomping. So what we're going to do is we're going to shape that fetch and hold with the frozen pigeon. Ella, here, heel, sit. So we're going to do the exact same thing we did with the fetch stick and the bumper. I'm going to place my hand on her ear, not even really pinch, and say fetch, and have her hold the bird. Good. Nope. And we're not going to let her chomp. Good. Nope. Good. We're going to make her hold her mouth still. Hold it still. And she's giving me quite a bit of resistance on this. So we're going to have to spend some time. Nope. Easy. Nope. And this is definitely a new sensation for her. No. Easy. Easy. She's really got a good tight grip on this thing. Good. Good. No. So we're going to pinch, reposition, keep it in the middle. Good. Good. And I'm tapping on the bottom of her jaw. The light push on the bottom of her jaw is to help her to hold her mouth still. I don't want her fumbling with this. I don't want her fiddling with it. I want her to hold her mouth still. Good. Give. Good. So there's some pretty, I would call it pretty strong aggression towards the bird here. And so we want to make sure that we address this here before we go on. Here, heel, sit. Certainly, this isn't anything that gives me any great concern. We see this sort of excitement all the time, and it's perfectly fine. But we want to make sure we address it and we don't let it go any further. Heel, good. Right here, heel, sit, good. I'm going to pressure, fetch, here, heel, heel, sit. Now we're going to readjust. You can see how much more playful, how much the prancing is going on with the bird. Good. No, no. Good. No, no, no. No, no. No chompies. Good. 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 Give. Good girl. And we get it out of her mouth quickly. So, definitely her mechanics are great. Her obedience is sensational. Her drive is wonderful. Working with the birds will definitely be the thing that we're going to be spending most of our time with. Let me show you what I mean by getting a little bit rough. If I give her, let's say, a frozen teal here, um, something a little bit bigger. So we have a frozen blue-winged teal. Um, you'll see what I mean about she's going to get a little bit wild with it, and this is going to be what we need to tweak on. So if I just give this a toss, Ella, here, heel, see how she's flinging it. So now we're going to go to the pressure, fetch, good, sit, good, give, good. That was much better, good. So the important thing is she understands what the pressure means, so we can communicate with her through that to help her understand how we're going to shape this hold. But definitely, we got a stellar dog here, and she is much farther along than the vast majority of dogs that we start with. So I'm really excited about getting to work with her. I think this dog has got like loads of potential. She's going to be awesome.